All right, we are back. Today is Tuesday, May 6th, just after Memorial Day, and it was a really interesting day in the markets. The Dow finished up 529 points on Novak's promising COVID-19 studies, results, whatever, not results yet, but S&P up 36.53, Nasdaq up 15.63, small caps up 11.80, VIX falling again, now at 28. It's continually going down. Gold 17.05, silver 17.58. Crude is 34.25. It's still moving up. And let's take a look at first the SPY. And here we go. The move down, 13 EMA now engaged. Look at this. It crossed over the 14th, it looks like. And you had your choppiness bouncing, had that move down. Came through. It was a fake out because look at 13 EMA was still above 20 EMA. It would have to curve under. 20 has to get over. So like this, where 20 is above 13 EMA. So put in this big candle here that we broke out. It's like a hammer candle, but it's colored, it's filled. It could be extended here. Stochastics are extremely high, 87.74. So, but we've been running high since about April 8th. So, I mean, this pulls back. I don't know. If it pulls back anything here, it would be to 289 maybe. You know, that'll be at the lowest. Then you have here the 50% retracement. But right now, you're just playing it day by day. There's no signal for anything to go down at this point. Dow Jones, you had this sideways move up. We move this now. This really isn't a true, because it's only touching two lines. It's not really, there's a lot of space here. That's why I was keeping it here. I'm going to keep it here. There's too many lines right here touching. That's only one or two lines. But this came across, and then we're going to 61.8 retracement. So this is looks towards, it's heading towards 25,000. You have this right up here back in March, and then this little gap. And look at stochastics, how high we are. We're at 88.87. So this has run far from that move on that candle on May 14th. And look, we're all the way up, and now we're going sideways. So it's running red hot. And if this would pull back, I would look towards, what do we got here? 24,129. NASDAQ. Here's the NASDAQ, which has been incredibly hot. This is a classic V recovery. V. L would have been like here, and U would have been like this. Look at that recovery. It's incredible. It's almost back to all-time highs. Stochastics are extremely high, extremely overbought, and it doesn't even matter at this point. So any pullback, if it's any move like this, I would look towards 9,000. And that's it on this. And if it keeps going, you know, it keeps going here. So, all right, let's look at some stocks here. Today's gainers. MTC. This is a gap and go. You had 17.4 million. Let's look to see if there was news here. Let me see here. MTC is in good position to deliver on growth plans, financial results, Virgin pipeline data. I'm just looking on real fast on Trade Ideas. Probably was news, but didn't show. Didn't really say that. So on this, a move here was over 189. Then it started to roll up, and then you had 350. And this move was pre-market. See here, it's like a double top, and then came back down. Draw your line. And right here, see, it can't get over it. And this move here, people thought, oh, it's going to go up. That was on a 4.6 million candle. Nope. And look at here, going down, down. See, the moves here, when you see a big move here pre-market, it has to reclaim this. You're just not like, oh, let me get in here, it's going to go up. You can't, because you draw a trend line here, it has to break the trend line. It never broke the trend line here. So LK, it's finally coming back here. You had a big gap down, 3 days down, and put in 206 million today. Oversold on stochastics. This has potential. This could get to 275 or 3. And look at after hours. I like that. And this was a nice move right here. You go, let's see here. This is on the 3 minute, I'm sorry, 5 minute. If you go about 175, then if you bring it up higher, you could have did 180. This was over 180, and then look how this took off. And it really was a solid gainer for the day. And you had a little cross up here, spinning candle, and then came back down. Pretty much held all day through 2, which is a good sign to see for future gains there. Mark has been just a beast. Look at this stock. Coming out of a falling wedge, this thing's come all the way back in about a month from over a year. And it's near 3, came off 3, fill this gap here. I don't know how much higher this can go. I mean, it can still go higher at this point. It can also drop huge, so I would be very careful. Sort of a choppy day though, so let's take a look at that. GNC, I've called this in, it was my video last night, 30 stocks, swing ideas, penny stocks. The move up, came back down, cross, move up again, and clearly see we have 75 is a resistance here. We have 1, 2, and where's this going to go? Is this going to pull back? See, after this, a pull back all the way to 40 cents. Is this going to pull back there again? Volume is huge, massive volume. Stochastics are running real strong. Could pull back. It might pull back to a higher low here, 50. It's hard to say on these. I mean, it's did this. Is it going to do this one more time? Usually it's a third break, 1, 2, 3, and it comes up. So we're going to have to see on this one. So it's tough to say. OBLN, 12.6 million in volume. Oh, the move here was right at the bell. Look at this here. And just smoked up to 145 and came back down. This is a total spiker. When you see this, the spike was at the open, all the volume pretty much, and then came back down. So that is typical. Didn't hold $1. PRTY, this was on the list too as well on my previous video. Came down, getting support here, 13 EMA, 20 EMA. And look at this, riding up. And we're over 75 now. Now this one compared to GNC, this one broke through. So is this going to fill the gap tomorrow? This has more of a chance to fill the gaps. I like stochastics running real strong. And let me see after hours here. Yeah, it's holding nice after hours. Look at that, 85 cents. And tomorrow, I don't think we get a pullback. I mean, the market, it could do this. It could do this red candle and pull back here. On this one, the low's getting higher though. So any pullback probably would be maybe 55, 60 cents. So, but this is a strong stock. Alt I've talked about before. This it's a long channel, finally came out, and just tremendous volume here. Formed a high wick today and made a move near noon and then pulled back. So, and on stocks like this, well, that looks like a peaking candle here where it's going to fall back, but you just never know. So I would play that in the morning if you're going to play, see how it's playing. Save, this is airlines. Everything was doing good today with stock market being up so high pretty much. So this is a trend line, 1, 2, 3. This could go to 13, 14. I like the volume here. Look at the volume, 43 million, and it's coming up on stochastics. And I see a lot of times if you're going to play swing, see here on stochastics that this is oversold. That's really the time to get in, right here. Now, could it keep going lower? Yes. That's what you have to determine when you want to get in exactly though. But then it started to cross up, and that was the move. INUV, it's a penny play. No real interest in this, but watch over 50. And then this is going toward probably 75, $1 eventually. IZEA, this is another one. You see this look like alt too. Look at this, came back, found support, and then broke back up again. So, and look at the volume. The volume up days are so strong here. So this has good potential again. Maybe this will test one eventually. Steinmart SMRT has had a really good move today for a penny stock. Okay, let me see here. Came down 37 cents. This has potential, maybe 50 cents. We'll go 50 first, see what it does. Macy's broke out. This is a descending triangle. Look at this touches right here and low, a little bit higher, but it's more of a descending triangle and it's coming up. That is a big candle breaking out. So it's good potential for tomorrow. This one faded. This was news on Friday. Look at this, it faded down. Never broke today. All the move was pre-market on that move on Friday. UAL Airlines breaking up, another descending triangle. QEP, I like this here. Let's see here. This move had the gap down, finally found support 25 cents, then broke up. And then this big, massive candle here, and it was filled. It didn't really hold. And it got to 120, then came back down, and then 97, broke up to $1. And then let me see here, the gap here. See, look at the volume here. Good volume, 17.2 million. All the volume days have been real strong on up days. And you have stochastics going up. I like that. So the first move here would be to test 120. And then probably we'll call it 150 here, 125 to 150. So that is still a strong in play on that stock. HTGM. Oh my God, look at this stock. You had 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 8 days of strong volume. Look at it. They're all white candles, which are, for me, are up days. This is forming a nice U and round it up. I'm just going to smoke, keep going up. Let me move this here. Let's see what this is doing here. This is more like this. So we have the next target would be over 75 to $1 on HTGM. I see nothing stopping this really. This looks really strong. And this was more of a falling wedge again. Right there, see it? RTW, look at this stock. Climbing, climbing, watch over 45 right here. Draw a line. Right over 45. See how this is? See all these stocks, this is what you look for. If you're looking for penny stocks, just look at a long-term downtrend and eventually break out. Now here even, it wasn't a true breakout. You draw your line, it made it to the line, which is a good play right here. But this is out of the line, these two lines, these trend lines. And then it's breaking up. And then you have right here over 50. And I'm watching, this could roll to 75 to $1 the way it's going here. Nice volume, and look how it's staying above 13 and 20 EMA. Stochastics going up with good volume. NIO, it's good play here, good trend line up. Watch for a floor break. RCL, I called this before, trend line. This is gonna touch 50 probably, and we'll see. See, once these have hit trend line, bounce, trend line, bounce. Trend line, this might bounce down again. That's the way it's going. We'll see on that. NBRV, I hope people caught this. Look at this, 12.6 million into the gap. It didn't hold today though. I wish this held. Formed a move, and then about 10 it came down, and then didn't really hold that one area, or didn't get the one yet. But look at the volume here. This is good chance this will keep going tomorrow. We'll see. Here's another play, CDEV. Broke above, here you go, broke above 104. Nice little candle here, not too large. Next move is going to probably test 125. If it does test 125, it could be a double top and then come back down. or it could keep going and test 150. So you're gonna have to play that one and see how it moves. JetBlue, airlines, these are all look like the same charts pretty much. It broke out, and then here we go. It's going near 11 on a good breakout. Cruise lines, NCLH, trend line, breaking above now. It's very positive, but stochastics are getting very high. See, on this move down, stochastics were very low, and it finally made a move up. And then see how divergence was getting higher? That's a divergence up and up. And this is at its peak now. I mean, it might go higher and then come back. So we'll see how it's playing with the market. This is SHFS, and this is pretty much sideways. Look for a 50 break, 50-cent break. COTY, this was a great stock here. I called this. I said, watch this, stochastics are trying to break up. And you had this little gap, and it filled right at 420, 425. I'm still looking for 450 to 5. It's just getting started, actually, here. This might break this trend line. So, looking good. Sabre, SABR. Nice, steady. A lot of these charts look the same on these like ascending triangle breakouts. All these stocks have been pummeled. So let me see here. On this stock, to move all the way down, this was a $22 stock. It went down to low as like 3 something. Incredible. It's only at 8 now, so this still has room to run. See here, 13 EMA, starting to wrap underneath. You have 8 here. And really, this is your support now. Once it's over this trend line, that's support. If it goes under, you're looking for maybe the 1320 EMA. So that's a good move there. AAL breaking out, airline stock. FAS, 1, 2, 3. This is trying its 4th touch to break out. Although stochastics are very high, and it could come back in here. So we'll see if that can break through or not. Love, nice and Southwest Airlines breaking up. MGM. Let me draw this now. This is we'll put this a little bit higher. It's touching these 2 lines here. So let's just try and get over. I think we can get over 18 on MGM. It's running red hot on stochastics, so it might pull back. Watch that one. CCL is above trend line. If this can keep going, I would watch, next move 16, 15, 17. Dow broke out, Delta Airlines. I would look towards its previous high, 27.36. Bars, a nice breakout, another one turning up. Bed Bath & Beyond, BBY. You had a move here, and then 7 pull back. And all these higher lows, and then now it's above this trend line. Trend line is now your support at 7, or maybe that little wick. So that is very positive. HTBX is going towards 1, tried 1, put it hold. We'll see how this moves tomorrow. Could break 1, sustain. What else do we got here? What is this? IVZ. This is interesting. IVZ. Let me mark some lines here. You have a move down here. So this is breaking out. There's sort of a wedge, falling wedge. It's above all these trend lines. Not these trend lines, excuse me, 1320 EMA. It's at 809. I like how this is moving. It's just starting to move up. Good volume. This could go to 9. So IVZ looks very good. Let me take a look at this here. This is RF. Let me draw a line here. Draw a line here. See where we're at on this stock. We'll put it, so let's see here. This is at 1131. You have a big gap here towards 13. I'm in a W here, this triangle. This has to break here though. So you want this to break 1129. And then if this breaks, you want to stay above. It might not break this time. That's why you have to watch. And then if not, it could fall back into this triangle. So longer term, I think it will break. It's just a matter of when will it break. All right, Solo. I think I called this too. So it was coming out of this move of $1. And look at the volume, 9.8 million. It's at 112. So look towards 125. Key needs to get over 12. It's tested a few times. It might break tomorrow or this week. And we'll see. It's really, a lot of these stocks depend how the market's been red hot and it's been on a tear. Each segment of the market, this little, within days, within weeks, see here, move here, and then came back, move here, then sideways and up. So it depends. And right here is the last basic move. From May 14th, it's been hot without really a pullback. Exo, watch for a $75 $1 roll. KISS needs to go to 2050. I'm trying to break that again. We'll see if it tests it. ENGO, nice uptrend here. Great volume. Look at this volume. I would look towards 60 cents plus after this big candle here. TNA, I think I called this. So it's over this line here, which is about 23.40. Big gap up with a filled candle. So this is running red high. Stochastics are 95. You can't get much higher. This could pull back. If this pulls back, I want it to pull back to the lowest at this point now will be this line, 23, like 30. So we'll see what happens with that. RMED, little penny play. This could go towards 60 plus, maybe 70. City's above its trend line, which is 46.05. See if this can retest 50. And GNOS has been a beast. You have support at 125. This could try to test 175, $2. USFD. It's nice triangle coming up here. This held, then it broke up to this move of 22.77. Came back down. Watch for the break at 20. This clearly wants to break 20. It looks like with great volume, still trending up. So keep that on watch. Tilray, nice uptrend now. It's at 1081. 3 days, last 3 days volume, and very strong. And this could try to test 12 maybe, 11 to 12. MNLO, I call this. Look at the volume bars in these days. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days. And it's been above, 5 million volume. It filled the gap, 250 here. Now watch it. Any stock on these gap plays here, see this open gap, you really want to get first to the bottom of the gap. That's number one profit taking. Then, if it starts moving, let's see, halfway through the gap. So in this 250 to 150, it would have been 2. Look for 2, and it hit 2. Pull back, kept going. And that's it. Sometimes these will hit the bottom of the gap, go this way, or maybe halfway, a quarter up, and then go this way. So that's how you take your profit there. Win above 84.89. AMC Entertainment. This is forming a nice move above 13 MA every time. Look at this. Up, up, up. So this could retest the way it's going here. $56. FCell, I'll look towards 225 to 241 short term. USB, watch towards 38. Let's see what else here. These are all the top gainers and going down. So Met had a nice gap up. This could test maybe 38. Let's see, DraftKings. This has been on a tear since IPO. It's coming up April. So I don't like this at all. It's so high, but it's running strong. KRE. This is a regional banking ETF. Had this move down. See, there's the move. This is the last move. So we're in this last move, and it crossed up, and it's been on a tear since. A lot of the stocks in the market are following this. They're all following that move from May 14th. We all thought it was going to go back down. It was a total fake. PBR, you have a nice gap here to 1048 to 761 now. Watch for this to fill. It's running red hot, so it might be taking longer. Wells Fargo, down the bottom, came out, it's crossing up now, so that looks bullish. Let's see, PK is above trend line 10. Let's see if that can hold. All right, let's run down the stops I had yesterday. CCO got above. This is a smaller play. This runs real small, so 110. It's back to 1. See what that does if that stays above. TLRD, like I called, this is breaking out. Still, you have stochastics white over red. It's still bullish. This is still looking good. What else do we got here? Let's see, SGLB. SGLB. This one's trying to break out here. Let me move this line now. It's still, we're caught in this like wedge here, this little channel. Still, I would like this to break 3. Look for, still looks good, possibly break 3. MYSZ, look at this. I called this. This is beautiful. You have support here, touch 75 to a T, and then came back up. And then you have 111 here. See, this is nice volume. So look at stochastics, just starting to come up now. Any news or anything bullish? 125, 150, easy, maybe even 2. Space, I call this. Look at how this formed. I looked on this chart. Falling wedge, break, falling wedge, break, falling wedge, break, falling wedge, break. Now, where will this break? Will this test 20? I think eventually it will. I'm not sure how long it'll take. You have stochastics at 1433. You just had a bullish crossover right here, and that was Friday. So this has room to run. This is so overbought here, and we'll see how that plays out. I love that long. GPOR, I called this too. Let me see here. We'll draw a line here. Looks like a little pattern forming here. So this is at 2347. Sideways up. We're at 175. This could go towards 250. So like that energy, oil's been hot. Oil's at 34.25. And let me see something here on oil. Like I said, oil's going to 40. You have that gap, an open gap to 40, and it formed the reverse head and shoulders. And that's how it's playing out at this point. So it looks very good. TXMD still coming up here. Nice inside day here. I still have potential over to 150 possibly. Sava, this is going to take longer, but now it's sideways flat. As long as 2 holds, this could come up and test, 275. DLR, you had support here. How many times at 130? We're at 138. It's just getting started. Stochastics, 24.05. Let me draw a line because this looks like it's a trend line now this way. Let me draw this here. So on here, I would look towards, if this really gets cranked up, 145 plus on DLR. LSUR, this one didn't come out, still going down. I thought this would break here, so this is still possibly in play, but it didn't break trend line yet. So watch that. Vert had this move, little day here, didn't fall back far. That's always good to see. It didn't come all the way back, so that's still bullish on Vert. CPB. I thought this would form another green day today, but this is Campbell's is more of a defensive play in stocks. So this is crossing down. I don't like still. Very oversold though. So 147 to hold though. Watch 47. GNMK. From the hammer here, we have support about 950. And then your next support would be 914. So still has potential, but it's not moving up yet. ONDK. This is at 77 cents. I love how this is starting to come up. Look right here. See, I like playing stochastics as momentum indicator. There's all kinds. There's RSI, there's money flow. This is a quick indicator, so it really picks up things fast. So this is starting to move up. You have three, look at the volume here, 3 green candles. So this has good potential towards $1 roll. What else we got here? NTR. NTR is probably going to want to test this 37 again. So watch that, it's coming up. Still in play, NTR. NBL finally getting over here. Look at this, over this huge bottom of the gap. That's 1022. Still a gap fill would be towards 1327. So this is looking good still, longer term. SIG. SIG is in a classic ascending pattern. Watch for 1110 break. Look at this. 1, 2, 3. This now it's 4th touching again. If it breaks through, then you have this open gap towards 1313. So SIG. SDC. Excuse me. This is still in an uptrend. This has been a battle. He had red candle, but look at the low each time. Pretty much going up and towards here, you know, went sideways. But in this inside day, another day, red candle, but it's still moving up. This is a strange chart. You don't have a lot of green candles, but it still looks bullish. So just keep that in mind how it's running. BORR. It's coming out here. I like how this is moving, not fast though. Still looking towards 75 to $1. And look at stochastic starting to go up there. Beautiful move. REI has filled the gap as called. Broke here, broke that 88 cents. 118 going towards 125. And it is very strong. Oh, we got 9. We got 217 here. That's another line here. Let me put this in. So draw this line up. So now we're in, let's see here. So we got this here, and it's forming the support at 162, and then you get 225. I like this to test 225 again. SLRX. There's a nasty candle today, so this is, since this high, it's been getting lower, which is not good to see. From the wick here, really choppy to play in this one. It might come back to 1 and then bounce back up. So it's a tougher play to keep that on watch though, but it still has good potential. NVIV, you have a huge gap towards 467. Starting to break out, came down. I'm looking for a bounce off this 1320 EMA, and we'll see if it happens here. That is a classic move. HMHC, you have 4 million in volume breaking out. Great day today. And this is a classic F pattern. See it? You can put a pole or a candle, whatever you want to do. Draw this and draw F. F, and it broke right over 148. Look at that. And went to 2. That is a classic play. IMMP. I love this a lot. Look at this. 125. Touched, came back down. Touched, came through, didn't hold. And then it put on this day, which was like no volume at all. I don't get that what happened. That's strange. And then it's testing again. And all the volume day spikes have been very high. There's something up with this stock. I mean, be careful. Putting no volume that day, I don't understand that. It's really strange, but I think this fills the gap to 175. HLX, I love this too. Helix Energy Solutions. So this line here. And look at this. You had moved down, trend line, bounced, trend line. Actually, let me bring this a little wider towards there. So on this, we have, let's see here, over 275. That's your first move here. Let me get it here, 275. And then came up here and we broke through. We're at 3 now. These don't run in big segments, like it's run, you know, in a week to 250. So I would look towards 327, your next move. I love how this is moving now. So it's another strong play. And this came all the way from 10 to $1. It's at 3. So it's still a bargain here. Let me put on Fibonacci retracements. Let me see here. So bring this up to that wick. And basically, so it's 161. Right here, we're testing the 23.6 fibs. So this has a long way to go. 38% and 50%. This is looking really strong. So that is it, HLX. And what time are we? We're at 4:54, 5 more minutes here. Take a look at some more. SLB, that's Schlumberger. This is breaking right here, 1850. You have this big gap still here in 2377. Oil's been hot. This is looking strong. This is going to break through. But everything opening up, people driving more. I love that. SLB. UPRO. It's trying to touch at 38.2 fibs. What else do we got here? APA. Move up. We're almost near 14. Came back down. Still, you have this big open gap on oil. And this thing was at 34, went all the way down to 4. Incredible. Still only at 12. XXPA. And look at us try to get over 1. Didn't happen twice. 1, 2, and it came back. So this is interesting play. Just trying to hold that 1 level. SCHW, Charles Schwab. Draw a line here. It's breaking out of this trend line, 34.50. We'll probably test 38 again. I actually like this. Let me draw this here. So we kind of move up here. Found support at 32. It's breaking up again. And you see right here, stochastics are very slowly moving up, which is good to see. Let me take a look at, these are the top volume. Let me see anything good down here. If I missed anything here, silver, MRO, Oxy, Pals, an uptrend there. Look at that breakout. To MFA, it's a financial. Just trying to get towards 2. Watch towards 2. Let's see what else we got here. VEA. DFS Discovery. Look for that test of 45 plus again. Redwood Trust. This is getting overextended though. When you see this clearly was over. The break was here and 13. Excuse me. Stochastics white over red, and then look at this here, 550. See, that's extended a gap too, and it's this filled candle. I think we pull back maybe to 450 even. I'll look towards that level. What is this? SM. Remember this stock was at $1. Look at it now, $4. That's why if you swing trade some of these, it's almost better than day trading. You could have like tripled your money. Incredible. 6. I can't believe 6 flags. Look at this. It's at $10. It's at $25 now. You're coming against a trend line. I don't like that. Could be. It's looks very overextended. What else we got here? Nike. Nike's been on a run. Look at this run. It's overextended. Let me see what else. PSTG. This has been some run here, all the way up from as low as 8. It's at 16 in a month. You can see here, this is one of the big runs. Eat. And this is at 25.50 getting extended too. See, when you see here, it's starting to curve, this stochastics, it might start going down. So, all right, this is like tons of stocks that are similar. Let me look at a few more. RH. Look at this. RH is a monster. Restoration Hardware. FLR. VET. Oh, it's finished on VET. You have clear tightening, ascending triangle. Lows getting higher, higher, higher. 542. I would look towards the next move towards 6, 550, 75, 6. This doesn't move real fast. Extremely strong. And you need a gap fill for 772. So that is it. Stock market's still on fire. Any pullbacks right now, I would buy. I would, look towards specific points. So on each chart, just look at the chart. Like on this, you have trend lines. So if it gets below that trend line, wait and then get back in again. They might not run on stochastics all the way back, fall back down below 20, 70, 30, or 20, 80. So everything's just running red hot though. So that's the move now. Everything's just so strong. Now let me look at my old favorite TMA. Like I said, see how we had moves here? You had move, down, move, sideways up, then it was sort of choppy, then went up again. Then this fake out, and that was the last move to get in right now. And you see how this is so strong, and then it's finally starting to bend. So I think we like pushed up for this latest little mover in, and I would look for a little pullback. And now how far is the cast going to pull back? It's hard to say. I don't think we're going to wait till like 20 or 30. Could it do one of these moves again? That was kind of weird. It was on a channel down. Not sure. But longer term, everything right now is a buy. Weekly SPY is bullish. Monthly SPY is bullish. They just crossed over on the MACD. When that happens, it's extremely bullish at this point. So that's it. Peace. Make good trades. Hit the like button. And that is it. Like, we are out.